Hey guys, this is Ella, and today is October 27th, Sunday, about 5:30 in the morning. And I just got up, I'm packing my luggage, ready to go to the airport. So you might be wondering where I'm going. Actually, I have been keeping it as a secret for about 5 months, and I think today it's a day to release it. So the secret is that I'm going to Japan. I know now you might have lots of questions, but let me get my breakfast and also my luggage packed up. And also ask an Uber to go to the airport first, and I'll come back for questions. So see you later. So this is all luggage I have now: a carry-on bag, a checked bag. Yeah, you can see this plastic bag is all for the long flight. So I just got out of the apartment and heading for my breakfast. So I didn't tell my roommates about my plan. So the whole morning when I got out of the apartment, it was very creepy. And as you can see, it's 6 in the morning and it's cold. It's dark. I ordered the walnut raisin. Everything bagel is better than the one in the Upper West Side. Every travel, I'll order the bagel because it really keeps me not hungry during the train or airplane. So let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back. I just passed the check-in, security check, custom check, sent over my luggage, and finally arrived in the airport to wait for my flight. So it's very fun. When I passed the security check, they missed one of my shoes because here we need to take off the shoes to accept the security check. So I wait for a while, wait for my shoes, and until a passenger passed by and said my shoes was in the later basket, and I picked it up and finally had my shoes. Let's go to the first question. Why do I keep it as a secret for almost 5 months? I guess it's also the most asked question. Before I explain the reason, actually there are still 3 people knowing my travel plan, but I'm not gonna tell you who they are. What I can tell you is that I even didn't tell my mom, my best friend, and my roommates. I wanna see their reactions, like a surprise, I guess, when they hear that I'm in Tokyo. But I'll tell them when I just land in the airport. So yeah, let's back to the reason. I guess most people might have this kind of weird feeling, is that they really don't want to say the same before the thing truly happens. So it's this kind of weird feeling. If you know, you know. The second question, why do I decide to go to Japan? So there are 2 reasons. The first one is very realistic. It's about cost. But I want to explain the second one first. It's more imaginative. So actually, in my middle school and high school, my mom would take me to travel to one place a year. And in my undergraduate program, I also traveled mostly by myself, sometimes with my friends, to the cities near Shanghai because it's still convenient. And after the COVID, I didn't travel so much until I had my first full-time job last year. I started to travel on the East Coast. As you can see, I went to Boston, Washington DC, and Philadelphia. And I think just a part of the US, I really enjoy my current life. I treasure everything in my life, and I think it's the best time of my life ever. But I started to think about what lives I want to live, what person I want to be. I know these questions might be very abstract and very out of the reality, but I think it's still the time to think about these questions because my work visa will expire next June. If I don't have my new work visa, I must switch to a new place. So at that time, I need to decide where I need to go, where I should go, and what life I want to live. So I think travel can give me some answers to these questions. And also, I think it's a best time to do these things to realize how important these things are. And one more reason about this part is that actually Japan is in my graduation travel plan or my undergraduate program. So I think it's very meaningful that as 26 years old, I realized the dream of the 22 years me. Yeah, let's come to the second reason, reality, the cost. I have to say initially I plan to go back home at the end of August to go to Haken's concert in Shanghai, and I started to search for the flight, and then I found the round trip flight will cost me about $1,500. I just can't afford it. It's so expensive. So then I started to think about how about traveling to another place, and then I think about Japan. So it's very fun that when I searched Japan's flight ticket, it only cost me about $800. I just don't understand. It's just 1 hour time zone difference. It will cost me 700 more. And some might also ask me why don't I go to Europe and Latin America? It's closer. So for Europe, reason is the cost is so expensive, and for Latin America, I have to say initially I didn't think about this part until I booked the Japan's flight. So a little regretful kind of because it's so close to travel to Latin America from North America. But yeah, that's a decision. So the third question, will I go back home after visiting Japan? Short answer, no, I won't. If I want to go back home, I can go back home directly. Like, don't pass by Japan because maybe just 5 days there, and I think it's not enough to visit a city in just 5 days. It's too short. I decided to save more money and more time next year because I have 90% chance that I will go back home next year due to my work visa expiration. The last question, which cities do I plan to visit? A very classic first visit in Japan. Most people will visit Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka in their first time to Japan. So I go to a very classic route. Also, I'm looking forward to meeting my friends in Kyoto and Osaka. That's so sweet. That's all the questions I can think about so far. And what I'll do next is to wait for my flight and fly to Tokyo. Still very nervous about the long flight. I remember the last time I took the airplane from Korea to Seattle, also 14 hours, and for initial 6 hours I slept very slightly, and for the rest of 8 hours I just sat on my seat, did nothing. It's very torture and very uncomfortable, so I hope this time would be better. I prepare a lot this time, though I'm not a person that can sleep very well on flight. I still hope I can be comfortable during the next 14 hours. Yeah, I'll see you in Tokyo. Hey guys, this is Alan. Welcome back. It took me almost 2 hours from the airport to the hotel, so it's really a long way. But the Japan subway, it's so clean. I've never seen such a clean subway, especially when I when I experienced the subway in New York. So also there is an incident happened when I landed in the airport. I lost my Chinese SIM card. I found everywhere when I changed the card and didn't find it. But when I arrived at the hotel, I took off my hoodie and I found it get out from my hoodie. So I feel so lucky today, like get my things back. So yeah, back to the same. I told my mom when I landed in the airport that I was in Tokyo. Her reaction actually is in my expectation. I have to say she is the greatest mom in the world. She never controls me. She gives me enough freedom to do anything that I want to do. So I told her that I was in Tokyo, and she said, "Okay, have fun, have a great time, and stay safe." So I feel very warm. And also I told my best friend, I told her to guess where I am. She said, "You go out from the US?" I said yes. And then she guessed the Japan. And I told her that you are really my best friend that know me for 20 years. So I feel so happy. And now I feel very, very, very hungry, almost starving. So I needed to go out of the Family Mart. I missed Family Mart so much. I will buy lots of things there. Also, I may hang out around because I saw the hotel is near to the Tokyo Tower. So I might take some pictures, and then I'll come back to clean up my stuff. So yeah, see you later, or see you in my next vlog. Bye.